All right, let's meet Lola on this episode of Taking Off. Well, we're going to meet Lola. We're not going to meet this guy, whoever this is. He just jumped in the plane. So Brian Turner, Just Plain Silly. Brian, thanks for joining me today, mainly because we just got finished with a photo mission.
This is my only flying commercial job since I got my commercial rating.
But you've earned money.
I have. I've gotten paid to fly now because of that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so we just got finished with a photo mission. Brian flew it well, and it's always a lot of fun. It's just really hot out there. We're taping this, and I'm trying to get this out pretty fast, right before Air Venture. So we're now like T-minus 6 days and counting.
I leave in 4 days.
Yeah. And by the way, if you guys have comments, opinions for me, leave them in the comments, because I'm very curious to get like the group hive thinking on this. So let me just show you what Lola has. So we've got a lot of analog, but I inherited the legacy Aspen PFD 1000, and it really is my most important instrument that I have. Second most important is my engine monitor. I use this thing a whole bunch. I do nothing but cross countries. So, and you kind of learned that engine monitors might be important.
Yeah, my plane is currently grounded due to my engine gauges are reporting incorrectly. We've tried replacing so many things to get them working, and finally I just said I'm done with it. I'm not going to spend any more money on 50-year-old tech. I'm going to go at Oshkosh this year. I'm going to try to find a primary instrument gauge, like a real engine monitor. So I'm not going to fly until I get that done.
All right. So then we have a Garmin 430 WAS, so we can shoot precision everything with this, but it's like 30 years old now, and Garmin has stopped supporting this, so no more updates and stuff. So I'm really worried about my navigation, and the choices are Avidyne or Garmin. There's not a lot of other options out there, which sucks. So then I have for autopilot, one that was made in the 1800s.
Yep.
It's the Nav-O-Matic 400B. And this autopilot, the altitude hold doesn't even work. And so this, because I do nothing but long cross countries, this has been for a long time my biggest priority.
For sure.
I need to replace this right away. Looking at autopilots and what STC'd for the 210, there's not a lot of choices.
What are your options?
You can go with Garmin, 500, 600, depending. Sure. You can go with a Genesis S-Tech 3100 is a good one. The 55X as well, but their newest one is 3100. And I'm really liking what I'm seeing with that. And I'm actually going to try to, at Air Venture, go talk to Genesis. So I might even make a video of that. But like the Trio.
That's the one I'm looking at.
Yeah, so Trio is not STC'd for this.
Oh, okay. It will be soon, but you probably want a little more heavy hitting.
Well, not that as much as just the soon thing. Soon can be 3 years from now.
True.
And I need an autopilot like now. I mean, I'm doing nothing but long cross countries, and it really gets to be a hassle. Now, when we get to navigation, I still don't know quite what I'm going to do there. What do you got for navigation?
I got a Garmin 175 WAS. So it's the lowest end modern product they have. It doesn't have a transponder or comm or anything in it, but I can do approaches and stuff with it. But I'm happy with it. I would like to upgrade it to one that's got the radio in it, so I can get rid of my radios are antiquated like yours as well.
Right.
But it's lower on the priority list. Really, the engine monitor is number one.
Well, and when you look at I forgot to mention my transponder. When the ADS-B mandate came out, we upgraded from a very old one with this flip. It was just horrible. We upgraded to the Garmin 345. I've really liked it. It gives me traffic, it gives me weather, and it pushes that to the 430.
Yeah, we saw that today when we were flying around. We could see traffic on the Garmin.
Right, which is where I leave it. A lot of times when I'm flying, I'll leave it on traffic screen here, because I've got navigation, really my path, on my iPad. And also the 345 will Bluetooth to my iPad to show me traffic.
Okay.
So I don't need a Sentry or Cirrus or whatever.
Yeah.
So I like that factor. So anyway, I need to upgrade all this. I'm very curious. Garmin, the advantage of Garmin is I break it down into there's three main components to avionics. You've got PFD, all your main instrumentation. You've got NavCom, and then you've got autopilot.
Yeah.
So I look at those as the three main things. You could say the engine monitor is a fourth. So Garmin is a one-stop shop for everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Then I'm talking to Aspen as well about upgrading this. They've got a much newer PFD, plus I can get an MFD,
That would be cool.
and it fits right into the holes, and that would solve upgrading pretty easily. And yeah, convenience-wise, Aspen may be the way to go. I don't know what I'm gonna do with Navcom.
Well, one thing, I know you're not in the market for an engine monitor, but I've been searching them online like crazy because I have to have one. JPI has trade-in programs right now where you could update this one for not a lot of money to a primary display, and then get rid of that, and get rid of that, and get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, they're not hurting anything to have it other than weight. But if you get that second Aspen, these things are going to have to.
So I'm leaning towards Aspen. I actually looked into Dynon.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Dynon. I like what they're doing, and I think that they're making the bigger. Dynon is Dr. Pepper to Coca-Cola and Pepsi.
Sure.
And they're keeping the big dogs honest. I like what Dynon's doing, but the problem is Dynon has no autopilot that'll work with theirs. It is STC'd for the 210.
So the hard part, I really like Dynon. The hard part with Dynon for me is, as far as I can tell, you don't get a comm radio, and you don't get a this, and you got to buy the HDX suite, and then those things plug into it. So they don't have a lot of standalone.
So they don't have a Navcom.
I don't believe they do. I think you have to buy this, and then you can add a Navcom.
So it's just the first aspect I said, which is the PFD.
Because I emailed them and asked them, I was like, hey, I want to replace this radio. And they're like, well, really, you need to do this. I was like, well, the price point jumps versus just going out and buying another old radio. So.
And I'm talking to a company that manufactures new panels that'll do a cutout for me.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do for installing it, but anyway, I need to figure out if I go with Aspen, what navigation I need to go with, Navcom. So really, groupthink out there.
Well, who are you looking at to upgrade your TV? Like, you go with like an RCA or a Sony? What's the?
So he's talking about my my radar, which if I turn it on, this was made in the early 1900s.
Did that just start making noise?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
it
a
moves in there,
microwave.
right?
I don't know. I've never opened it up.
I think it moves. It sweeps back. Well, because of my ATP training,
Let's see.
I
Here
think
we go. We get the radar coming up.
it sweeps back and forth. It physically moves inside the front of that ball.
Oh, with that line.
yeah,
Okay.
it's doing that.
But it's a big microwave that you can cook the grounds.
Oh, really? If I walked in front of that right now, I
Yeah.
wouldn't get any smarter.
No, not any smarter. No. So yeah, I'm going to keep this. It hasn't been working as good. I wish I could get.
But it's
maybe
real-time
overall.
weather, right?
It's real time weather.
see.
I mean, it's old CRT, but it's a vacuum tube. But anyway, it's a very handy tool.
That's kind of cool.
All right, so I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see you guys at AirVenture. Again, I want to know you guys' thoughts on avionics. So leave comments.
Yeah.
And go check out Brian's channel.
Where are we gonna be at AirVenture? Monday at 2:30?
Yeah, Monday 2:30 at AirVenture is our big YouTuber meet and greet. We got Steve-O, Josh, and Chelsea, who have made a recent big announcement.
Mm-hmm. Flight Chops.
From Aviation 101 Flight Chops. Juan Brown's going to try to make it.
Mike Patey's gonna be there, right?
Mike Patey. Yeah, so so come.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a meet and greet at Forum Stage 8, 2:30 Monday. Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a seminar on how to do aviation video. So give you tips on cameras, how to edit faster, things like that, how to use audio, which don't use this as an example because I'm just using camera mic. I didn't bring my mics out for this.
I'll be in the audience for that one.
You will? Okay, good. And then we're going to be filming at the Flying Eyes booth quite a bit. Christy and Bailey is going to make it this year. So we're going to do a lot of interviews from there. I'm probably going to talk to Aspen. I'm probably going to talk to Genesis about their autopilot. So, we're going to be there quite a bit at the Flying Eyes booth.
And I'm doing Flying Eyes, I think Thursday at 11 a.m. doing a meet and greet. So if you want to come by and say hi, I'll be out there.
All right, guys. Don't forget our sponsors, 67 Designs. I'm using their mounts for this stuff. They've got this new magnet mount that I really like.
Love that. I got 2 of those on my plane. I swear by them. It's the best mounts I've ever had.
Yeah, so 67d.com. Don't forget Jerry at Clemens Insurance, clemensinsurance.net. Colton Mortgage, Colton Taking Off. Flying Eyes, we talked about that. You can use our discount code Taking Off, all caps one word, 10% off. and you can get really, these are prescriptions that we can just slap on, but they also have sunglasses. You don't wear sunglasses.
I've been reprimanded about that enough times that the sunglasses are supposed to show up in my mailbox today.
Oh, okay.
Dean called me and sent them to me. And if you don't want to type taking off, you can just type JPS and say the same.
Oh, really?
You know how much time you could
You've got a code now?
by the time you finish
This is new.
taking off, you just mind JPS. They'll already be in your mailbox. You won't be done typing his code. So if you want to save money even faster.
So fast money with JPS. And also don't forget Z Vision, the brightest taxi landing lights. I'm almost finished in putting in the Z Vision lights here, and I was hoping to have them by AirVenture, but I'm not. But soon after. So anyway, thank you guys. We'll see you next time on Taking Off. See ya.